Hello, hello, everyone. Hi, it's Maddie with Spectrum Art Creation. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today is Try a Tuesday, typically, in which on Tuesdays we come on and we try different ideas and different techniques, sometimes a new product or, projects that are new to us. But we are changing it up just slightly for the month of May. So if you're joining us today for the first time or re-watching this video, just know that this is a little bit different than what we typically do. Um, so it's kind of like I don't know, and anything goes on Tuesdays. However, today or this month we are going to be working on master boards. So now we're going to go over everything from scratch. So today is week 1 in May. So we're going to cover what it is, what it's for, what to use. So we're going to cover all the basics. And then as week 2, 3, and 4 progress, then obviously we're going to be growing along with that, right? So we're going to focus on, more techniques, on different ideas, different mediums. So just kind of hang tight. And I hope that you guys did grab your supplies. I did put a supply list down in the description box. But if you do not have them ready, it is not a big deal to get them ready. You just need some paper scraps, some fun stuff. And I'm going to go over the supplies as well. So feel free to grab them as we go along. Okay. Hello, everyone. Chat. Hey, Kat, Wendy, Belinda. Hey, Lindy. Oh, good. You finally switched your membership to the main channel. Glad to see that. Welcome back to the Academy. Yay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started really quick because we've got a lot to do and I want to jump in. But like I mentioned, this first week, we're going to cover the very basics. And then the following weeks, we're just going to kind of jump into different mediums and ideas. Okay. So what is a masterboard? Because some of you might be here going, okay, what is a masterboard? Some of you might have heard of it, but are like, well, I kind of have the concept, but what about it, right? So let me go ahead and cover that. The first thing you need to know about a masterboard is just a scrap piece of paper. Okay. It's a one-of-a-kind art piece, basically, in a collage format. So it's great for upcycling scraps. That's why we love them, because we all have lots of scraps. Obviously, if we are scrapbookers, junk journalers, card makers, whatever your jam is, mixed media, we typically tend to work with papers. And we have scraps laying around everywhere, right? A lot of us save scraps, obviously, to use them for other things. And so this is a great way to go ahead and use up all of those scraps, plus use up interesting papers, whether it's magazine, newspaper, telephone book, vintage papers, book pages, whatever it is, you can use them up. Hey, Annette. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Kim. Hey, Wendy. Hello, hello, everyone in chat. Sorry if I missed anyone. Okay, now that we know what it is, okay, what do you do with it? So great, you've made this master board. Now what? What would you do with that? Well, you use it for a lot of things. You can use them to make postcards, journaling cards, ATCs. You can use them to make journal pages, cards, pockets, tags, you name it, it's paper. You can even use it to cover projects. So you would use it like you would use any other paper. The only difference being is that this is your very own custom-made, one-of-a-kind paper made from scraps. So it holds a lot of interest. And of course, the themes and colors are endless because you can either do a really eclectic piece where it's got just everything on there, or you can focus on just blues or just neutrals or maybe just Christmas or, so, and again, we're going to cover different mediums throughout the weeks. One thing I always tell people is photocopy if you can, because you can reuse those master boards over and over and over again throughout the years. It's just like having paper, except it's yours. So it's not, copyright protected. It is your very own. You can make as many copies as you want for as many projects as you want throughout the years. So it's a great way to also create a library of your very own papers that you can use at any time. Okay. Now, really quickly, let's go over the material so we can jump right in and play. So for today, we're going to be using the materials that are in the description box, and I'm going to go over them now. The first thing you're going to need is going to be a base. You need something a little sturdier, like copy paper is a little too thin. So if you've got cardstock, that's great. If you don't, you can recycle cereal box. This is the back of a pad. You know, the 12 by 12 pads. When you finish them up, they always have the front cover and the back. Those are excellent for using for your master boards because it is, a cardstock grade, even a little heavier, and it's free. It's recycling, which we all love to do. But again, if not, you have a piece of cereal box or you have a piece of cardstock, that'll work just great. You also want to grab some pages. So I've got some examples for you, and they could be anything. Like I said, a phone book, dictionary, music paper, some old letters, some old advertisement pages, dictionary, whatever you have at hand, magazines, anything that's interesting, you can use for collaging. Of course, along with that, you can also use beautiful pieces of scrap paper. We all have tons of scraps, and so you can use those. Now, I will show you what I'm going to do today, which is kind of like a cheat, but I figured this would be a great way to feature these as well. Now, a lot of you who are our customers and currently shop from us are familiar with these. These are the 49 in Market collage sheets. That's exactly what they're called. And they come in an array of colors. So they kind of done the work for us. If you notice, each pack will come with different collage sheets, 40, I believe it's 40, yes, 40 sheets, and they come in this cool pouch, but they're color coordinated and they're super interesting. They're all lightweight, so they're like printer copy. See, look, but they're all color coordinated. So this would have a lot of blues that we can use to quickly create a, master board, or at least use some of the elements. And again, they come with most of the lines. So just about all the lines come out like inkwell, toast. This one was peach. This one was the lavender. Then this one was from the rouge. No, blossom. I don't think I have the rouge one. Ocean, grove, and eucalyptus. Okay. So these are great. Yeah, these are in stock. They're not listed, but they are in house. We just haven't had time. Anywho, these are a great way to kind of jumpstart your master boards because, it's kind of already there for you. But if not, you don't need that. You just go ahead and use your scraps of paper. Okay. Now, in addition to that, we're also going to need some other things to decorate to add some interest. Things like, for example, talking about continuing to speak of papers, you could use, and again, these are new, but you can use whatever you have in your stash. But things like the backdrops from Tim Holtz, right? Those are great. The wallpapers. This is another backdrop. This is a wallpaper, which is awesome because of the texture. And guess what? I think we all have wallpaper, right? Many of us do, I should say. So wallpapers are another great way because they have that awesome texture to them, right? But they're still beautiful to be able to collage with. So you might have some of those in your stash, or you might have some regular, real wallpaper, right? You can use those, or wallpaper sample packs. Okay. So those are some other ideas for papers that you could use. Of course, the sky is the limit because any paper will do. Piano paper, all of those will do. And the more Braille paper, the more interesting the paper, the better your project is going to be because it just adds those extra elements of interest. Okay. Lace is another great way, or trims to decorate. Again, they could be neutral, or if you know that you're going to go for maybe greens, right? Then you probably want to tie in with something that's got some greens to it as well. Okay. Another thing would be washies. So we all have tons of washies. And you can grab all of those and play along with them because Lord knows we have them. And then we kind of put them off to the side and we forget. Washi also comes in pads, so don't forget that. Okay, you can definitely use lots of elements from in here, and we'll use some of those today. Another thing that you can use is stamps. So stitch stamps are great. I'm gonna do better than that, Kim. We're gonna put one together, so you'll see. um, so stitching is awesome for your projects. However, sometimes they can get thick. Sometimes people don't want to run through their sewing machine, or some people might not have one. So I find that stitch stamps, which we have available, or border stamps in our online stores, are great for adding interest without having to go to the sewing machine. Okay, if it gets too thick, or if you don't feel like it, or if you do not have one. And of course, along with that, you are going to need a stamping platform as well as ink. Okay, now for inks, you're pretty safe because we're just playing with paper. If you're going to go more the mixed media route, which we're going to get to as we build up every week, then you probably want to consider what ink you use based on the product. But for today, we can use any ink. So let me just grab my, how about archival? It was the one closest to me. Hey, Christina. Okay, now, what else can we use? Rub-ons. So let's talk about rub-ons. Some of you might not be familiar. Some of you might be. I like to keep my rub-ons in one of our large zipper bags. And the reason for that is because it just keeps them nice and fresh, right? I've never had any issues, but I have heard people talk about humidity affecting them. It's never happened to me, knock on wood, but just in case, I like to store them there. Now, rub-ons, oh my goodness, the possibilities are endless. And actually in rub-ons, look at my Alice, you even have stitches too. So you could use stitching the stitches from the rub-ons instead of a stamp as well. So again, lots of choices. And man, if you're doing like a Halloween one, you can get some spider webs and some crackle, and yeah. So again, you can make them themed, right? Okay. All right. So that's another idea that we can use for today. Of course, you're going to need a ruler. You can either use a deckled ruler, which we also have in store, or a metal ruler. I don't really cut by hand my papers. I just tear with a ruler. I love the jagged edges it does anyway. If you have some scraps that are strips, because I save, see, like this is the top of a pad. So cool, right? It's foiled. But if you save the tops or the bottoms of your papers, this is a great time to break them out and use them. And you can use these in place of washi or along with washi. So if you don't have washi, maybe you're just starting to build up your stash and you're like, well, I want to make one, but I don't have stash sheet. I don't have washi. Get some scraps of paper. This is actually fabric paper. So see, it even has threads to it, which would be awesome, right? As an addition. Okay. Now, let's talk about other decorations, because we're going to go ahead and go from large to small, and I'm going to show you, hey, Chris, how to make one. So postage stamps are great to use. Now, you could use either real postage stamps, maybe that you've been saving or you've purchased. Also, you can use fake stamps. Like these are from the 49 and Market color packs that we make for our sales, right? So I have some of those, so we can use those or real ones. Ephemera, also little bits and pieces. When I am done putting together an album or a project, right, I save whatever is left and then, put them in a pack. And then later on, I can come back and use all of these for other projects, including masterboards, because there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. Even look, some fake paper trims. So we can use those as well. instead of the real thing if you do not have some real um, lace. Okay. Finally, we're going to talk about, since we have our base, we have all of our little tchotchkes, decorations, ephemera, papers. We're going to talk about what we're going to use, okay, for adhering. You have multiple choices. You have, of course, glue stick. This is a Tombow mono glue stick, which is a permanent art quality glue stick. It's not a kid's Elmer glue. It is by far the best glue stick, in my opinion, out of all the ones that I've used. Again, we have these in-house if anybody's interested. So be sure to check out our store for anything you see here. But these are amazing because they will not warp your paper. You don't want your paper to be too wet or buckling or warping. So this is a great option. Gel medium, right, or collage medium is another great option. This one's from Dina Wakley. You can also use the Stamperia mixed media glue. That's another great option. But of course, our favorite is our very own, the Spectrum Art Creations decoupaging and sealing glue. It is exactly for that, for paper, for decoupaging. Okay. And of course, as far as how to put them on, these would just be a stick. But if you're using these, just grab a brush. It just so happens that Tim Holtz makes some pretty cool collaging brushes here. And they come in 3 different sizes. So these are really great for just doing large areas, right? Especially if you're going to do like a box or something huge. These are great for doing that. What else? I think we've covered what we're going to be using today. If anybody has any questions, let me check chat really, really quick. And if not, we're going to get cranking. Awesome. I'm glad to see that some of you have never made one because it's going to be fun. And if you've made one before, it's still going to be great because you get to just, hang out and play along. Okay. I don't think I see any questions. Let me know. Okay. So we covered materials. Now, what are some of the techniques of making a masterboard? All right. Let's get started. Now, we are going to be exploring different ways to create them. In week 1, which is today, we're going to be working on collaging. And the process basically of, and then we're going to go through the process, I should say, of other forms in the subsequent lessons. So next week, we're going to change it up. It's going to be a little different. Then the 3rd week is going to be different. And then finally, I think in our 4th week, we're going to come in and bring all of it or a lot of it together and make a really mixed media board. So hang tight because we're going to build progressively. Okay. Now, first thing I need to tell you is there is no right or wrong way. That's it. That's the only rule. You cannot possibly mess it up. This project, there are projects that we do in classes or in academies or in the workshops. And I tell you, we're going to cut this way. We're going to glue it here. It's very precise. This is not one of those. You have absolute freedom. You can either try to make it harmonious or you can be as random as you like. Okay. It's all about just relaxing and just enjoying the process. That's it. Just collaging your heart out. There is nothing wrong with any which way that you do it. There is no right paper. There's no right method. But I am going to go ahead and give you some tips that help me, of course, right? And that hopefully going to help you create a very pleasing and cohesive piece. But again, if you don't want to do that and you just want to start doing whatever you want to do, you go for it because it's going to be beautiful no matter what it is. Okay. But today I'm going to focus on the power of 3. Now, for some of you who have taken my classes before, you know what the power of 3 is. You know that the key to a lot of creating something appealing to the eye is the number 3. An uneven number is always really, really pleasing to the mind for some reason. Don't ask me why. It's just the way our eyes work, the way we're wired. So we're going to think of 3 throughout the whole night, okay? So we're going to do 3 layers basically. We're going to go big foundation, and then we're going to get smaller and then details, almost like the Maddie pyramid. For those of you who have taken, again, classes from us, you know what the Maddie pyramid is and how we kind of work that. It's not going to be as precise as that, but that's the basic idea. Okay. So Here we go. Are you ready? We're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is lay out our first layer. And that we're going to do by using some large pieces of paper. So whether you are using large scrapbooking paper, large, whatever paper you have, newspaper, it doesn't matter. You want to lay basically out about five pieces of larger pieces of paper. Those are going to be your base. Now, you want to make them different sizes. So I don't want you to think like 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all perfect. I want you to think, I don't know, different sizes, different widths. And that's why if you notice my papers all have different sizes and widths. So I could use one of that. And save some of it, by the way. That's always helpful when you cut some, to save some, because we are going to come back and use those same papers in order to tie it all in, okay? Again, I don't want you to overthink it. Please don't sit there like thinking this through. Just do it. It's like Nike. Just do it. Just rip some up and put them down. That's all. That's all you need to worry about. How about we bring in some of this? See, I'm not thinking it. If these two are the same height, oh, hang on, let me make sure I'm on screen. If these two happen to be the same height, I don't want that. I can move one off the page and then just trim, right? So just kind of play around with them, move them around. Again, this is going to be your base, and it's kind of like a base in mixed media. We're not going to see a whole lot of it. We're going to see some, but not a whole lot. So don't overthink it. And how about a piece from this one? And we'll make this one skinny or skinnier. Okay, like that. How simple is that? Simple enough. Yes? Okay, now we're not gluing anything down. We're just going to go ahead and just lay this here for now. See how we like it. I don't necessarily like this top right here. I think it's got too much white at the top, so I'm going to trim a little bit of this white. I do want some, but not that much. So I'm just going to tear some off and place that back down. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay. Once you're done with that, again, don't overthink it. Please don't. Trust me, it's going to be great. Once we're done with that, we're going to find 3 to 4 more pieces, and those are going to be more in that medium to large stage, okay? So now I am going to jump into these. Does anybody have a color that they prefer for me to use today? I could do green. I can do super neutral. That's like a great, I could do blues. I could do pinks. I can do purples. I can do oranges. I can do, what is this? This one is toast. This one is really neutral, actually. What was that other one? This one is eucalyptus. I like that. Look at that. It's kind of got a little bit of that, almost that blue from here. What do you think? That's too much blue. Let's do this. Oh, cat says pink. You like the pink, cat? I'm thinking eucalyptus. We'll do pink next week. How's that? Because I just realized I have this blue here. So let's go with this. Okay. So now I'm going to look through my papers here, and we're going to find some other interesting stuff. It's all interesting, but let's see what we can use. And we can, oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty too. See, you can't go wrong. They're all pretty. Nevada, Iowa, Pennsylvania. This one's kind of cool too. Oh, so is that. Oh, look how pretty that is. Ah, see, Nettie's using pink. Perfect. So she's going to post it in the group, I'm sure, when she's done. So that'll be awesome. See, we'll end up with 2 totally different ones. Well, they're all going to be different anyway. That's really pretty. Oh, I like it in this color. Ooh, butterflies. Butterflies would be nice. Look at that. It's like the inside of the vintage books. That's really cool. A map. We've got some foliage there. Aw, some really pretty poems. Okay, is that it? Do I like anything else? I don't want to overthink it, so I am giving you guys some time. Oh, I like that a lot. I'm giving you guys time to look through your stuff, but we don't want to overthink this at all, okay? All right. That's it. I'm just going to make a... Honestly, the trick to masterboards is if you start to overthink things and you start to second guess yourself.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny. Yeah, we do. We sure do, Jenny. You're going to find yourself stressing out. And trust me, masterboards are not about stressing. They are super relaxing. So just go with it. Just do it. I like that. I do want something a little darker, so maybe one of these. You'll notice how these pieces are medium to large in comparison with my paper. You might be working with a, an 8 by 11. I'm not sure what you're working with, so just kind of keep that in mind that it is according to what you're working with. These are really interesting. I think I'm going to save that for something else. I'm going to cut a piece of this map. And since this one's about the same, this one's longer. Beth. Hey, Bevy. We're going to cut that size.
Christy.
Hey, Christy. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Let's get another one. Why don't we? We need like 3 to 4. Really. 3 to 4 is more than enough. I'm going to go with one of these poems here. Oh, wait. We forgot we have these. These are kind of cool. No, let's go with a poem. It's a little big, though. Well, we can trim it. I don't want them that big. So what if we trim off the bottom? And we can save this, by the way. If you do not have paper, like you're like, oh, I don't have that. Don't forget you have stamps. So you can grab tea-dyed paper or regular paper and then just use your stamps. I'm sure we all have plenty of text stamps. You can use them. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear, Belinda. I hope you feel better. Being sick is no fun. But I hope we keep you company and help you feel a little better. I hate that you're sick, though. Oh, I totally missed there, didn't I? That's okay. Just trim it off. Okay, so everyone should have another. You know what? I should keep this because someone's going to ask me, what pack is this? And I'm going to say, I don't know. We all know how that goes. Okay, so hopefully you have 3 to 4. Might use all 3 or 4, might not. I don't know. We'll see. And what we want to do is we want to lay them somewhere where we feel they would look really cool. Like right there could be one.
Susan, how are you doing?
Doing awesome. How are you? I'm thinking we might end up trimming this one in that case. I might just trim that one back some more. And I'm going to trim this one even more. Actually, I wanted to go sideways. Let's do this. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then these, don't worry about it. Again, this is just our first layer. We're going to come back and we're going to be building a lot more. So don't sweat the small stuff. I think I'm going to trim this one. I think. Hang on. All right, so we're going to make adjustments before we glue this down to anything that we feel might be a good call to trim. I feel like we need something up here. But what do we need? What do we need? No, it's too light.
Hi, Michelle. This is Aloha.
Aloha. I'm trying to stay in frame and cut at the same time. Hang on. Maybe some of this ledger paper. It's like let's see, Builders and General Hardware, McWarren and Company. Let's trim some of this down. Actually, I like that house. So I'm going to save it for somewhere else. That's a cute little piece of collage right there. It's like a little warehouse. Okay, cool. All right. So we have something like that. Now we are going to go ahead and glue down that first layer. I think you guys have already seen, the supplies, and you can play it back. So what I'm going to do is bring in, you guys know my secret weapon, right? My Totally Tiffany's, and I'm going to, these are the 49 and Market collage sheets, okay? And and the rest is just random stuff. So, but again, whatever you have in your stash, and it doesn't have to be this, it could just be straight up scrapbooking paper, okay? If you have, Madison's done some beautiful masterboards just with scrapbooking paper, so grab whatever you have.
Gotcha.
I'm going to make all of this disappear while you guys are finishing up. I am going to keep my papers handy because, as I mentioned, we're going to bring back those same papers and use the other bits, okay? Let's see. What else can I make room? We can move this for now.
You can use any paper or washi.
Oh, yeah. Whatever you've got will work. Trust me. It will look amazing. Okay. Now, I am going to get my little brush. Or maybe for this first layer so it's quicker, I'm going to use my glue stick. Yeah. Now, when I am crafting by myself, what I do is I take a picture before I pull everything off. So I grab my phone, which I've lost now. No, here it is.
Hi, Angel.
Hi, Angel.
Bye, Christy. She's just gonna run.
Bye, Christy. Okay. So I grab my phone and sure. And I take a picture. And then when I pull my, can you go the other direction, please? 1 second. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it. Okay, so if you're in that direction, why are you giving me a hard time? Okay, it just wants to mess with me. I'll take another picture. Here we go. I'll take a picture of it. And then when I pull it apart, I can refer back to where things were. More or less, it doesn't have to go back on perfect anyway, right? So this is probably going to be my biggest piece. I'm going to start with that. I love that piece. The Daisy Fly Killer. Really? What is that? The Daisy Fly Killer. If you ever read the old advertisements, the old magazines, you just have to laugh because you wonder what on earth, right? I wonder if they're going to be laughing at us 50 years from now. If our great-great-great-grandchildren are going to look and go, I cannot believe my grandparents were this silly. And the answer is probably so. I'm trying to think of what silly products we've come up with. What are some of the silliest products I can think of, or you guys can think of? I was going to say the Floby, but the Floby actually works. I'm not going to knock it because it works. I'm just going to say, there was a lot of jokes going around with the Floby when it was out, but odd enough, it works. So, the one thing I should have mentioned that really comes in handy is a bone folder. So grab your ergonomic bone folder, and that's going to help you work out that adhesive, whether it's your Spectrum Art Creations or the glue stick. Actually, this has got some kind of a coating, which is, it's a good thing I'm using, good adhesive. Okay. Then what? What did I say was next? What did it look like? I forgot already. Then we had the dictionary page up here, right? And does it matter which side? Oh. Is this English? Oh, yeah, it is. Essence. Okay. It had some weird looking words, half of which I did not know, or more than half. I thought it was in French. Angel says, hi, Madison. She is over there making some gorgeous painty papers. Maybe before we leave today, she can show you what she's working on.
They're pretty.
Okay, and you notice that I am overhanging, right? You see that I am overhanging because I can come back and trim this, which is what I plan to do. Okay, then we had what? Then we had this one down here. I'm just doing a good job around the edges. I am going to come back with SACs glue, so I am not too worried. It's all going to get sealed in the end, but I don't want it to be lifting while we're working. So we want to have it pressed down well. Okay. Then we had music up here. Did it matter which side? No. Hey, KK. So we're going to go this way. There's a smaller one of these, but you know what? I love the big ones. They cover a lot of ground. So I just have to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swipes, Okay, and again, I'm going to overhang. I'm going to cut some of this off. Oh, no, I don't want it. See, I don't want it to be lined up with this nor this. So I have to kind of aim somewhere in between the two, like so. Okay, and again, this is the bottom layer, so we are not too worried. Then for our bottom piece, it was this one right here. So let's adhere that one. That will conclude the large 4 to 5 main pieces, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Let's glue that one down. Okay, those were the large, and now we're going to come in with the, hi Mary, we're going to come in with those medium ones. That I'm going to stagger this way. This one was where? Oh, up here to break that up. Although I kind of like that insect powder. Maybe I'll bring this down. It's just funny. Oh my God, this one's rat killer. Which one? Oh, I don't know. We'll go up here. That's funny. And then I believe this one was here, but no. Maybe we'll go sideways. Do we have anything sideways? We don't have anything. Well, this is tall, so that's good. Maybe we'll go down there. What do you think? We'll switch it up. Change it up. Why? Why not? Because we can. All right. Rat killer. I don't even want to. How much was it? It was 8 cents. Who wants an 8-cent rat killer? That might have been a fortune back then. Who knows? That might have been a whole lot of money. Okay. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you are caught up. I am doing talking and taking my time just to ensure that everyone can craft along. Otherwise, I would have done a video. That's why I do craft alongs. I go live so you guys can craft along with me. And of course, be able to ask questions as well. No, I don't want to cover the seal. I like that seal. It's really pretty. It's got a couple of them. Uh-oh. Is that crooked or is it me? Is that just me? It looks crooked to me. Let's try that again. Still a little crooked. You know what? I'm going to use this font here to help me out. How's that? There. Voila. Okay, and then this one up here. Oh, we got another one. Oops. I missed one. I don't know where it went, but it doesn't really matter. We'll put it wherever we want. I mean, for Matt. Oh, Angel, you're so sweet. Madison, Angel just gifted you $19, well, $20 for your junk food fix.
Junk food fix?
Yeah, go get yourself something sweet, she says. You're too sweet. Thank you, Angel. That is such a sweet gesture. Thank you. That's funny. Go get your Dairy Queen on, she said. She did. Hey, there's never a bad time for Dairy Queen, especially now. It's getting hot. Of course, I'm in Florida, so, you know, it is hot. It is summer.
It's good to
pretty much.
Jump in the pool.
Yes, it is. I want to find the edge, so I know I'm kind of, I want to be.
Nice, Angel.
Yes, thank you so much.
I take care of you as well.
Oh, you went with a theme. I love it. Yes, it could be birds, butterflies, Christmas, you name it. It could be anything you want. Now that I'm done with that layer, and so are you guys, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to clean some of this off. And the only reason why I'm trimming is so that I know where I'm at, right? In the subsequent layers. So go ahead and clean yours off as well. Again, these 12 by 12 leftovers from pads are awesome for this. But so are cereal boxes. So you can save them. And in that case, wow, you can make a big old masterboard, right? Because it could be as big as an open cereal box, which, let's face it, some of those cereal boxes are ginormous. Like Cheerios, it's huge. But again, a great way to recycle.
Thank you for the 6 months academy. I'm so thankful.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for being a member. We appreciate you, all you members to the channel. We appreciate everyone, of course, but you guys that are members help support lives just like this one, actually. So thank you so, so much. Okay, so there we go. Ah, and that looks already pretty, right? I mean, we could just stop there, but we're not. Of course, we're not. We're going to keep playing because playing is fun. So now we're going to work on layer number 2. On layer number 2, we're going to go even smaller. So we want to do some long, we want to do some skinnier, we want to do some perfect squares, we want to do some rectangles. We want to vary the height and the width as much as we can, okay? And now we can even come in with some color if we wanted to. So this is a great time if you have pieces just like this. See, look at that. And that kind of even worked with that to come on in and start playing with whatever you've got. So let's see, take a look around. Oh, that looks pretty too. That one goes, this one goes, well, everything goes. That one goes, this one goes. We have that. It would be cool to do a fall one or a, look at these. These would be perfect for fall or Halloween, right? That would be mighty cool. Or a pink one like Kat was saying, look. Oh, here's a green. That's not bad. That actually looks really pretty. The pink, I like it better than that. And I even like it better than that. But yours could be as bright. Oh, look at this. This is a piece from that Stamperia pad, the one that's retired. The Christmas one. What's it called? Oh, it's not coming to me. Something collage. No. Oh. Anyway, you can't tell it's Christmas though. That one's gorgeous. Patchwork. It came to me. Woo! Shocking. Oh, this is pretty too. Look at that wallpaper. Oh, wallpaper. Let's look at the wallpaper. All right, so we have some options there. Right. Some online crafters turn a complete master board over and then cut it up. Yes, yeah. So Angel is sharing with you guys something that can be done with your master boards because, and I'm going to tell you why they do that. Sometimes we want to pick favorites, right? Like, oh, I really like this corner and I don't want to, you overthink it. Again, we go back to the whole don't overthink it, theme. Don't overthink it. And so what they do, what I'm just talking about is they flip it over and they cut it and you get what you get. And sometimes those are the best results when you just do not overthink things. Let's see. Do I see anything here?
That says the best people are.
That's right. We have the most amazing folks ever. And we have
Wendy.
Hey, Wendy B. Oh, look at this one. That is so pretty. So we have even florals in here that we can use, but let's focus on the bigger piece if like. This is adorable. Oh, look at that. That's adorable. I like that one. Somehow this is turning into a bluish teal page. Ooh, look it. Ooh, look it. Every one of them. Ooh, look it. Oh, how do you pick? See? See where the problem comes in? I like them all. Okay, just do it, Maddie. Just do it. Just do it. I think I'm not even going to look at the rest. How's that? Not even going to be tempted. I am going to say we've got these choices. I am not really feeling that. I'm going to take this one out. I could be feeling this and this. Okay. Okay, here we go. So again, now we're going to go smaller, right? So once again, not overthinking it. Let me put these back where they belong. Not overthinking it. We are going to just come in and cut some pieces. I'm not even going to try and think, where would this go? I'm just going to cut. And if I need to trim it, great. If it's too big or too small, if it's too small, I'll come back to this. If it's too big, I'll trim it. I like that paisley. And so I'm going to go there. Let's see. Let's start placing some stuff down. I want something skinny down here. I know that because I have that one, but I want to break up this blue some. So I could do something like so.
Hi, Phil.
That's kind of perfect. Hey, Phil. How are you? I wish it was a little longer. Is this longer? Hmm. I'm looking for something long, but not blue. I kept too much blue. I like that yellow. Is there something in here that had yellow? Did somebody see yellow? Oh, there we go. Why not? Yes. Long and skinny. And we can even double layer it if we want to. Break it up like that. And then we can even double layer it if we want. Oh, we can layer it this way. That's always fun. Yeah. Okay. So we could do that potentially. Now let's look at what else we've got. We could about one about here. Maybe, no, that's too dark. We need to go lighter. About there. We could bring this up here. No, up here. How about on the side? We don't have anything here. Let's break up that side some. Again, we're just going a little smaller now. Okay, and then remember, we had also saved some of the other papers from here. We're going to come back to those, okay?
CK says hi, honey.
Hey, CK, how are you, Colleen? You're good? You're doing awesome, I hope. We are working on master boards. Why? Because they're fun. And they're stress-free. It's all about, yesterday was Monday. We don't need any stress today.
Rochelle says no still on the base layer.
It's okay. Take your time. There is no rush. There is no, again, this is all about relaxing and having fun with the process. Maybe one a little bit longer.
Getting better every day.
Good. What are they saying? Are there any news? Good news, I hope. You know what? I'm actually going to tear this into multiple pieces. And I'm going to use it. Actually, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to use it for when the small pieces come in. Okay, so now I've got all of these two, right? Okay, to play with. Again, we might use some of them. We might not. I don't know. We might cut them down even smaller. I don't know. Haven't gone there yet to make that decision. That's kind of pretty. Although I think I want it up to about here. And this is where placement is kind of handy.
See the doctor Monday.
Oh, good. Well, I hope they have good news. Save everything that is a little smaller. Okay. Where was I here? Oh, maybe this one would look really cool there. Oh, that one does look nice there. I changed my mind. See? See what happens? You change your mind. I'm going to make this skinnier because it's all about changing the widths, the height, right? We don't want anything uniform. And again, we're thinking smaller and smaller and smaller. No. I need to bring that blue up here. So I'm going to cut this even smaller. I'm going to have to move this one. Where's that other one? Where's the one I replaced this with? Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? Okay, we can come this way then.
It's a woman's practice to change her mind.
That's right. It's our prerogative. And Lord knows I do it often enough. Just ask Bernie. He'll tell you. He'll tell you, oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Again, not overthinking. Now, we're going to reintroduce just a little bit, remember, of that bottom layer. So try and find some of the leftover pieces that we had. See, remember, I told you to save them like that and like this. And what else did we use? Music note, I think we're good on. The advertisements. I think we're good on advertisements. That's pretty big. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some of that and bring it down here. So it kind of ties in that with this. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this. This time I'm going to go, actually I might replace that one. I'm going to go long, I think. Let's go, you know what? Nothing wrong with leaving all three. Go long. And I'm going to do another little piece and I'm going to pop it up there. Just a tiny, tiny one. I'm sorry you guys can't see me, but this is a 12 by 12, so I can't fit all that much on screen, right? Up there. Okay, something along those lines. There we go. Okay, so now as you can see, we can see little pops of blue. We can see all the other pieces. And again, you can still see a lot of the background, but it's not so much the full focus of it anymore. Okay, let's go ahead. And these are now easier. I don't have to take a picture because I can't see them. I kind of cut that wrong. Nope. That looks about the same size as that. So I'm going to cut it even more. Okay. So there we go. Now let's glue. Now the Spectrum Art Creations decoupage glue comes with its own brush. So it always has a brush in it. You never have to worry about having to put a brush in order to use it. Okay. And that's always good. However, of course, sometimes I do, if I'm doing like much bigger pieces, I'm not going to lie, I get very impatient. And so I just grab one of my big brushes. One of the things I actually am working on, by the way, is working on a wide mouth bottle. Yeah, how do you like that? Why? Because like I said, sometimes I'm working on bigger pieces and I want to like cover a lot of ground and I can't with a little brush. And I don't want to wait. Sometimes I'm not that patient. I just want to get to, to see the project done, right? That's always fun. To see all the hard work pay off and look awesome. Okay. Where else are we going? Up here? I know, Rochelle, I'm working on it. I am trying to find bottling that is going to be economical because you guys know we like to keep our adhesive very reasonable. So I am pricing around some containers so that we can do a wide mouth. And then that way we can, have a collage party or a sealing party, especially if you got to seal a big project, right? Oh my goodness, if you want to seal like a big box or something, well, nobody wants to sit there with a little brush all day long. Or trying to fit, a big brush into a smaller bottle. So just know that I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm hunting. Okay. Hey, Carol, how are ya?
Carol,
Wait, why aren't you using glue stick still? Oh, because I just because I switch it. No reason whatsoever. You can use your glue stick. You can use your decoupage glue. For the base, just because it was a much bigger area, I just went ahead and used my glue stick. It was faster. But now I'm doing little collages, so I can just use my
Hi, Shortcake.
Spectrum glue. Where was this? I don't know. It goes here. That's what I say.
Kat says she's using SACs.
There you go. Best glue. Uh-oh, is this crooked? I can't see straight today, can I? Oh. Okay, and then, oh, this one down here. We were going to break up this blue on the bottom. Although I'm not going to lie, I do love the fact that the brush always stays in the bottle, so I don't have to wash it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really like washing brushes. I'm bad at it. I think it has to do with the fact that Madison uses like 100 brushes a week. And then she's like, can you wash these? So I'm like, I don't want to see any more brushes. I don't want to wash them. So, yeah, washing brushes is not my idea of fun, which is bad because then either we leave them in the water, which you're not supposed to do, right? Of course not. It ruins your brushes. Or they get hard. Either way, it's no good. Exactly, Wendy. Exactly. Oh, cool. Good for you. Are you nice and rested? I hope so. Carol sharing with us that she was on vacation. It's too hot though. Isn't it hot? I would think Vegas would be hot now. No? Am I wrong? I don't know. I've never been. So I'm just guessing.
Is it, did you go to the pool, Carol?
Every time I say Vegas, I can't help it. You know what song I want to sing, right? We all do.
It was nice and breezy, perfect weekend.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. I don't know much about, mid and west coast. I've lived my whole life eastern. So
No, we went to metal concert.
To what?
Carol said.
A metal concert. Wow. You were rocking out. This is so poorly cut. It's not even funny, guys. What was I doing there? Um wow, that's pretty cool. Although honestly, after the 80s, it's kind of hard for me to think of rock anymore. If it's not 80s, sorry, I'm going to say it. I don't know about it being rock. I love my 80s. And all those guys are getting so old, they can't perform anymore. And then, of course, not to mention the lifestyle of a rocker. It's not really conducive to, to staying young and healthy. And not to mention touring. I don't know how those folks do it, honestly. It must be so difficult touring. It's got to put such a
Happy birthday, Shortcake's mom.
What's that?
She said that she celebrated her mom's birthday.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so are we good there? All right. Everybody with me? We've done our second layer, which is our medium, right, pieces. We have changed directions, sizes, widths, heights, etc., etc. And now we are going to also look at other stuff because some of the other things that are medium, and I kind of mentioned that, is the fact that we have things that are a little bit, still kind of wide, like washi and like lace and like ribbon that we can go ahead and work with now on this next layer. So take a look at your washies, take a look at your trims, take a look at your, like this was a piece of wallpaper from the Tim Holtz that we could add. somewhere to break up stuff. There's a lot on that side. How about if we break up some here? No, I don't like it. I think that was the best place. But we also have other options, so let's take a look. We've got some trim. Trim is always nice for adding some softness.
Hi, Millie.
Hey, Millie, how are ya? Good to see you.
I just finished my base layer. LOL.
That's all right. That's all right. You craft. And again, I'm going to go for 3 different trims. Again, the power of 3, right? So if I'm going to do one soft thing, I'm going to do a few soft things.
Millie likes creating masterboard collages.
Oh, yeah. They're a lot of fun, aren't they? Oh, I think we need some up here. But then again, it looks really nice here too. So we're going to go there. And where's my 3rd trim? Did I lose it? Does anybody see my 3rd trim? Oh, there it is.
Never use trim on a masterboard that he says.
Oh, it's good. It adds a little softness. Fabric is also great on masterboards. Did I glue this down?
Benson's is the other.
You neither? All right. See? There's, like I said, there's always something new. Now, we've done a lot of this way. We've got only a few pieces that are going, well, we've got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but let's go this way. Let's go down here. Ah, I like it. Okay. Now, I'm just going to place those there for now because next I want to bring in washi. This washi kind of works.
I'm wondering how it's going to get cut and used.
Ah, you can use it for so many different things. Actually, it will be many different things in my case. This is going to get photocopied and it's going to be many, many projects throughout the years. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. It's got a nice pop of color. So we're going to tear some of that. We're going to go this way with it. Okay. Since I added that there, I'm going to bring in a little piece.
The wrong way.
There is no right or wrong way. The first rule we talked about was you do whatever works for you. Let's go down here because we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm out of frame. Oh, can I back it up anymore? I don't know if I can. Oh, yes, I can. I was zoomed in. Sorry, guys. This whole time I've been out of frame, and that's why. Okay. We've also got this one with really cool text, but you know what? We have a lot of text. Let's see about bringing in some other color. I love this one. This washi tape is gorgeous. Again, we have lots of amazing washi tape. It's not all listed, but we do bring it out on Saturdays. Look at this one. Isn't that cool? And it's nice and chunky, which I love. So actually, I'm going to cut some of it like this. Let's see. Got to break up something maybe over here. No, because that's going in that direction. Oh, we can go in this direction. Yeah. That's very much like that color. So I'm going to go this way. Right there. That's going to bridge that piece here. And then, oh, I like the pink roses. It kind of changes things too, right? But I'm after this. I really want those splatters. You see those splatters? They're perfect. So I'm going to cut those out. I'll save that. Don't worry. It'll go somewhere. Someday. Not today, maybe, but someday. Let's break up some of this white over here. No, it's got a lot. I got blue, blue, blue. So let's bring some blue up here. maybe up here. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, and I think that looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to now that I have my washi down, I have a little pop of blue here, a little pop of blue here from the washi. I've got yellow here, here, and here. Again, if you feel like your washi needs to have some additional adhesive, by all means, go ahead and do so. And if not, we are going to commit to adding this lace, except this is very crooked. Okay. This is going which way? This way. So I'm going to put glue right this way. Also for, oh wow, that happens a lot here in Florida, KK. We have, well, we're the lightning capital of the world, obviously. So we do have a lot of thunderstorms, but I love them. So you never hear me come. No, I'm going to go even further than that. I'm going to go in all the way to that blue piece. Like there. I love thunderstorms and I love lightning. So you never hear me complain. Okay, there. This trim is much heavier. I would not trust that to SACs glue. I'm probably going to bring in maybe a little extra forte. It's a crochet trim, so it's heavy. For thinner trims, you know, I'm okay using SACs glue, but for heavier trims, I am not. Or sometimes when they're very synthetic, they just don't want to adhere, which is probably the case right here. We'll see. We'll bring in, oh, you know what? We can also bring in, where is it? Oh, it's not here. Where is it? I don't know. It doesn't usually shake the house, and this one did, huh? Yeah, I know. It's scary. Sometimes when they catch you off guard, man, I'll jump like, a good inch off the floor. I'm like, whoa, because they're so loud. And I feel so bad for pets. Pets just, whether it's a cat or a dog, they just do not like thunder and lightning. They just don't. And it can be quite scary. I was watching a special on what happened in during Boxing Day, when that tsunami hit. Oh my gosh. And it was so it's so interesting that one of the guys was out scuba diving, right? And he said that that one of the things that he noticed, and it clicked. Was it this way or this way? This way. It clicked for him after it had happened that he was thinking back and he realized that when they were scuba diving, there wasn't a fish to be found. And um, he said how odd, you know, at first like he noticed it, but didn't think anything of it. But then looking back, he was like, the fish knew. The fish definitely knew, and they cleared out. And I was like, that's good to know. If I ever don't see any fish, I know something's coming. Okay, so I hope you are all caught up. So we have so far a really pretty well cohesive, flowing base. And now what is left to do is to go ahead and work on the smaller pieces. Now for that is where we bring in all of our ephemera. We bring in postage stamps, rub-ons. Let's get some rub-ons. So let me go ahead and clear some of this stuff out. And I'm going to bring in, while you guys are wrapping up all that stuff, I'm going to bring in Of course, you guys hopefully don't have a bigger mess as I do, because I brought up so many things to show you guys versus just focusing on, a few elements. You don't need all that stuff. Like, as you can see, by using 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5 papers, you can create everything that you need in here. Because we just went ahead and basically reused the same papers over and over and over again, right? Okay. And then rub-ons. Oh, we need to do some stitching. Hello, we forgot. You guys need to remind me of these things. But it just triggered when I saw these, right? We can do some butterflies. Here's some more butterflies. Here's some more butterflies. We can do some of our gorgeous splatters. Depending on, again, what theme we're going for, we can use some themed or Alice. This would be a gorgeous Alice. Look at the colors. It just matches perfect. We could make this into an Alice board. Words. See, you have text here too. Borders as well. Oh, sorry, glare. Beautiful borders. Oh, we could go steampunk. Oh my goodness, the things. Oh, we can go nautical. Oh, here, look. Mermaids. Mermaids are trending a lot right now, so we could do mermaids. We, of course, could have gone red and done like a tango one or something roses. Here are some gorgeous rub-ons. Look at those. Oh, well. Oh. Here's more Alice. Some little cutout ones. Those are fun. Oh, we can add some numbers. But rub-ons, 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 right? You can tell I love the stitching. I use them by the truckloads. We also have some green to go with these leaves down here. Remember these leaves right here at the bottom? And then this wallpaper here also has leaves. We can totally bring in some green to kind of tie that in if we want to. Bring in numbers to tie it in. Bring in splatters to tie it in. Bring in a couple of butterflies to tie that in, or moths.
She has thunderstorms.
Oh my. Now, I will tell you that usually something that is like a focal feature, like an Alice or a butterfly, I like to leave those for when I cut this up, and I will tell you why. I don't want to randomly put an Alice here. It might look great, but then when I cut this, my Alice might be, chopped in half, or, it might not make sense. A butterfly is awesome if you cut it in half, right? But what if, you end up with a weird cut? Then usually what I do is once I photocopy this and I have decided this is going to be a postcard, this is going to be a pocket, this is going to be an ATC, then I will go ahead and add picture specific things. So if it's like an animal, a person, a shoe, you don't want to cut a shoe in a weird way. It would look silly. So, but you can use general things like the splatters, like numbers, and like stitches, right? We can go that route. And even text, you can use text, just like we have text randomly here. You can use flowers as well. Florals are fine. It wouldn't matter whether you cut this here or here or here or here, that would look okay. So just kind of think, what would happen if I cut this somewhere funky? Would it still work? If the answer is yes, then by all means use it. If the answer is maybe not, then just hold on to it. Oh, buttons. We've got buttons. Buttons are fun. Oh, here's some more of those beautiful splatters. Okay. So why don't we just go ahead and execute so we don't keep talking about it and go on. Here we go. So for those of you who have never used rub-ons, rub-ons are the funnest thing ever to use. You can use, a whole piece. You can use it in half. You can use it partially. Now, I do see that we have some blue splatters already here. So I think I'm going to bring in some of this sage green. Maybe this piece right here. Again, I'm not going to overthink it. And maybe that brownie color right there. And then let's see what else. I do like the numbers, so I probably stick some of those on. And then I'd like a darker green. So I think I'm going to go with this green right here because it's darker. And again, I don't have to use this whole piece. I can just kind of, you know, cut whatever I want.
I like your purple challenge, Lori.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I hope you guys are all participating in the group challenges. I made you a video today in the group. I hope you guys have watched it, where I've shared everything about the Facebook group that you need to know. At least I hope so. A lot. How's that? Okay, so again, to use rub-ons, very simple. As you saw, all I did was cut whatever piece I wanted to use. I can cut this in smaller pieces if I want. You pull off the backing. That's trash. You don't need that. The image that you want to transfer is here. You simply place it where you want it. So we're going to go right here. And then we're going to rub. We're going to rub it down. And then using your hook tool, we're going to lift. If it resists you, it is not on yet, okay? It should peel right off. So hit it again. You can always put it down, so don't be afraid if it doesn't, if you start to lift and you realize, oh, I left some behind, you can just put it back down and rub it again. In this case, it's not really a person or anything, so I don't care. There it is. I do have a little bit here left, see? And that's perfect because I'm going to bring it and just rub it here. And then this little one here. And that's it. Oh, and there might be a little piece right here. Rub that down. Ta-da! And now we've introduced some green. Let's go ahead and introduce some of that brown. Again, I'm cutting the piece that I want. I'm pulling off the backing. And yes, you can layer them one on top of the other. So I'm going to start coming down or up. You know what? Maybe, no, down. Down. So I'm going to lay it partially right on top of the other one. And I'm going to rub that in. My hands are full of glue. Sorry, guys. I feel like I have to go wash them. I should just get a wipe. Here's my tool. If some of it sticks in this case, I am not worried because I actually be totally okay with it being super random. Again, little bits there. I'm going to go ahead and now bring them in and rub them randomly wherever I'd like. So rub-ons are a great way to add interest to an area or an image with it being flat, right? It's got no dimension, but yet it adds so much. And then, should we introduce some green? Where? How about here? Or maybe up here. No, that's too much green on this side. Let's go over here and bring it down into the blue. Okay. And this is that lighter sage green. That was the darker green. And we're going to rub, and then lift. And that's going to give us a great, and again, this week we are focusing on, some pretty simple techniques. Next week, we're going to try something else on masterboards. We're still going to be doing masterboards, but we're going to try another take because that's always fun, right? We've done collaging paper. We're going to do something else next week. So I hope you guys will join us, as well as on Fridays. Right now we are doing for the month of May. It's kind of like a technique month, right? Free technique classes, because this month we're going to be working on the embossing powders. So if you have embossing powders, break them out and come play. If you don't have them and you've always wanted to know, what about embossing powders? Do I really want them? Is it worth it? What kind of things can I do with it? Well, come join us on Friday and find out. Okay, I think that looks awesome. Okay, So now we've got some green here. See it? Very well integrated, flows beautifully, as well as some green and brown here, flowing beautifully with no need for mess. What else were we going to do? We were going to do some numbers. So let's introduce some random numbers here and there. Or we could do strips. We could just do a strip and then another strip somewhere else. We could do it there. Or we can cut them out individually and just place them randomly in places. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should we spread the love? And just make sure everybody gets a number? That way when we cut it up, everyone's got a little bit of a number. Let's see. That would be fun. Find all the numbers. Put them in order. Connect the dots. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. And if you struggle like I do, find your pokey. Where's my hook tool? Who took it? Which one of you took my hook tool? All right, there is number 1. Let's put number 1 over here. Why don't we? That's just fun. Find the numbers. I'm going to name this board when I'm done. Find the numbers. Or 1 through 10. Okay, that's hysterical. Wait, did I take off the plastic? Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's tiny. Let's grab the next number and randomly put it somewhere. And let's flip this one over. Why don't we? Let's go in this direction. Again, masterboards don't have to have any kind of direction, guys, or rhyme or reason. You just use what you have. There I go, losing it again. It's somewhere. 4. Take a countdown. 3. Okay, how fun is this? Seriously, see how relaxing this is? You can just sit there and just play. Just play. Why? Because you can. Why shouldn't you? You know, just have fun with your stuff. And again, if you do not have rub-ons, be creative. Look through your magazines, you know, look through the newspaper, look through your phone book. Find some numbers. If you like this idea and you're like, okay, I really like how those numbers just kind of, you know, jump out here and there just randomly, do it. By all means, do it. And you do not have to, you know, and you know, it'd be fun. Like those, not, well, like a ransom note. Not that a ransom note is fun, but it would be fun because if you grab different fonts or if you have stamps and you do, you know, different fonts of letters or numbers, it also gives it a lot of character, right? This one will give it a cohesive theme, but if you do random, it's going to give it that whimsical pop, right? Exactly. Use stamps. Yes. You can either stamp directly on to your masterboard or you can stamp onto a white piece of paper and then be able to put them anywhere you want and stamp them in different sizes. Let's put a 2 going this way. And you want to take your time. You want to take your time and have, well, enjoy the process, number 1. But number 2, these little things, these little details are the things that sometimes you look at, you know, something and you go, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, I really like how that looks. You know, I would love to get that kind of result. Well, you know what? This is what it takes. It just takes a lot of patience and having fun because how about up here? Oh, that's funny. So the number 6, it wasn't intentional, The number 6 is on the washi tape, and then the 6 is up here. I should have flipped it over and made a 9. Okay, now we've done some fun with rub-ons, just splatters, some random numbers. So now you guys are more familiar with rub-ons, how easy it is to go ahead and adhere them and work with them, and how fun they can be, because they're just fun. Let's face it, it's like stuff like you used to do when you were a kid, you know? It's like transformies. That's why I love them, because it's stuff that we used to do when we were kids, and now we just get to play with it all over again. But, you know, with nicer, bigger things. Okay, now we've got postage stamps, and we have yellows, which will go with that washi. So we can break 1 or 2 of those out. Tickets are fun. Always fun. Admit 1, and then this one's a little bigger, but again, it's playing into that mustard color again. Super fun. We could do some of those. And this one's small, this one's long. We can also bring in some brown. We have some brown here and here. So we can bring in a few random postage stamps anywhere. Don't even overthink it. Okay. Actually, let's break up some of it down here. No, that's lined up with that other one. Let's go down low. Let's go low. Okay, there. Gray would go as well, right? We have even white that we can spray if we want to. We have some teals or some, I don't know. Is that a teal? Yeah, it's like a teal. Like a sea foam. We could use, did we use a 2 cent yet? No, we can use a 2 cent. Teal 2 cent. We could also look in here. Or we can also, oh, there's a sage green. Ooh. But then again, well, you know what? Actually, I would rather have the sage green than the teal. So I'm going to swap that out right there. And I'll throw that in there. And then we can also have some of these vintage ones, right? Or used ones. I'm sure they're vintage. Ooh, look at that blue one. I'm sure that's an Irish one, right? It's a 3 cent. It's an Irish 3 cent. What else? Ooh, what's this one? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's something to do with babies. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I want to keep that. I think I want to do something with Mother's Day for that. We've got some birds. Anyway, we still have all that ephemera. So let's not get too hung up on postage stamps, because we still have labels and we still have all of these to play with. Oh, goodness, look at that. How awesome. Look at that. Maybe I'll use half of it. Yeah, I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut that, and probably maybe up here with this ticket. I cut that. How are you guys doing on your masterboard? Are you having fun? I hope so. Oh, there's even buttons. Look. We have buttons that we can place in random places. How cute. What else is in here? I have so many of these 49 and Market bags, because, again, we do so many 49 and Market classes that I always end up with. Again, I'm not going to do things like this, because once I cut this up specifically, that's where I'm going to use these. I only use things that I'm okay knowing that if I cut it in a quarter in a weird angle, I'm going to be okay with that. Like labels. Do we have enough green everywhere? I think so. Okay. And again, it might seem a little busy. It's still very open. It's airy. But in some places, it's going to get a little busy. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, okay, that's enough. Yes and no. Because remember, when we cut this down, right? Let's say that we cut this down right here, like an ATC, a 2.5 by 3.5. Well, really, I mean, it's still pretty, but that's all I'm going to end up with. So you do want to give it, little details here and there. Again, when you go to work on it even more, then you'll add even more stuff to it. Break it up a bit. Yeah. I am loving the way it's looking. Loving it. Oh, I like this one better. I like this one a lot better. Oh, here's a blue one, Kim. This one's kind of cool. It's too dark, though. Let's see what else we can find. More numbers. Well, it's nice that I do have some circles. So again, the power of 3, maybe I can find some. I should have looked for some more buttons. Yeah, those are too big. I don't like it so much. Here's a blue. I'm going to have that there. Yeah. Okay. And you guys are doing good? Does anybody have any questions so far? Are you all so busy working and working that you're like, shh, I'm in a Zen moment. Don't talk to me right now. No talking right now. Just enjoying my crafting. I don't know how this ended up being a blue board. We were going for a sage, I think. Let's find some green. Something. You know what I'd love? Some clocks. Do I have clocks? Of course I have clocks. I love clocks. I have a million gajillion clocks. Now, where are the clocks? I think I have a separate bag with just clocks, believe it or not. So I probably need to go. Oh, bingo. How fun. Look at that. How fun is that? Seriously. Is it too big? Oh, that matches so well with those two yellows. I like it. I like it. And that's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We can always add, change your mind. I do have a smaller bingo, but I like the yellowish bingo. Where are my clocks, folks? Has anybody seen my clocks? Let me. No, you know what? I don't want to go look for clocks. I'm not. I think maybe later on I'll add some clocks to this. Ooh, wait. Oh, but wait. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save that for another week. I know the suspense now. I left you hanging. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Here's another circle. Let's do power of 3. There. And let's find another circle or button somewhere. Oh, button. Button. I see you. Stop. Don't go. Button. Button, button. Button, button. Okay. How fun. Wait till we cut this out. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, we even found an oval. Because who doesn't like ovals? I like ovals. There you go. Okay. Fingers are sticky. I can't type. It's okay. Mine too. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. Okay, now we are down to layer 4, which is just putting together little. Now we're going what? Like the size of our thumbprint, right? Pretty much nothing bigger with the exception of this. I had to bring it in because it was too cool not to. But pretty much we are just adding the little details. And again, when we got to think, 6x4 postcard, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. We can think ATC background, right? And again, when we are cutting these or pockets, when we are cutting these, if once we cut it, we realize, well, I just so happen to cut an area. Let me find an area that's pretty blank. Okay, I happen to cut this little area. Just so happened that I cut this here. Let me try and block everything else out and see if I can show you what I mean. If I happen to cut this area right here, and all it really has, well, I mean, it has a clear stamp. It does have a little bit of washi. Maybe, well, let's take off the trim and then just a screen trim. And you're like, well, blah, that's okay. You come in and you add anything you want to that, right? And you add your beautiful butterfly or whatever, and then it completely changes it up. So again, you don't also want to overfill it to the point where you're like, okay, it looks like something threw up all over this. And even when I cut it, it's just a mess. It's just a jumble mess, right? So just, play with it, fill it, but not overfill it. We forgot our trim, guys. You're not reminding me. And I get busy talking. Now, I have two amazing options. Well, I got more than two, but I'm going to go with these two. This is our stitch stamp. By the way, this is my third one. I keep misplacing them. So you see, you're not alone. You know how sometimes you're like, I need to buy another one because I misplaced mine. I'm guilty as well. This is my third one. Bernie was like, another one? I'm like, yep. I can't find the other two. I know I put him with projects. And then I put him in the bag and then I mean to go back to it and I never do. But I also have these trims too. So, these are super fun for creating all kinds of fun stuff. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and go for it. Bottom, no. I like it. I think it's perfect. The good news, Kim, is if you want later on, maybe I can scan this and I can go ahead and share it with you guys in the Facebook group, and you guys can go ahead and add to your heart's content because you've got a base, right? Again, remember, we're starting with a base. Layer 3 was the smaller pieces like the washi, right? The trims, these little pieces right here, this, okay? You have them? Do you have mine? You probably have mine. I'm kidding. I'm blaming Rochelle. I got to blame somebody. Oh my gosh. I'm like, where on earth? He was so funny. He's like, another one? I'm like, I know. I use them. And it's funny because I use this like all the time. So you would think it would be, obvious where I have it. Nope. You know what? I'm going to go with brown, not black. Because I use it all the time, I apparently lose it all the time. I'm going to go with brown archival. Yeah. Apparently, the more you use it, the more you lose it. I don't know. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, guys. And again, you can mask any area. Now, of course, these are not glued down yet, so we know that. Okay, I'm just going to kind of keep them in place just to see where I want to go, and I can put them back. I want to go here, and you can use stickies to mask. So, for example, here, and you guys are going to have to remind me where this stuff goes, okay? For example, I want to maybe mask here. And let's see where else I want to mask. And I'm going to remove that. I think I'm happy with that right there. Cool, cool, cool. We've got stitching, and that adds so much. Okay, where else do we want to stitch? Let's use the same one a few times, and then we can, don't let me forget, put the stuff back. Not that it matters. It can go anywhere, guys, and it would still look amazing. I'm going to stitch across, actually, probably from here to there. So I'm going to mask. Move over. I'm going to mask here, and I am going to mask here. I don't think it'll reach anyway, but just in case, it's masked. I like the brown. It looks more vintage. Yeah, it's not going to reach, and that's fine. And then I'm going to switch it up. Actually, wait, let me use it. I've used it twice this way. I'm going to go a third time now this way. And then I'm going to switch up my stitch. Let's go. Stay, stay. I'm going to go now this way. So I'm going to mask here and I'm going to mask here. And we're just going to stitch right on this right here. I want the fatter stitch. No. Yeah, this one. That'll look good. And then we're going to remove that and that. And it looks like we just stitched that piece right there only. And then I'm going to switch my stitch. We're going to...
We need a stitch stamp.
Sure. Of course, Nettie. It's the best. Message me. Don't let me forget. Because you know me. I'm in the zone right now and I'll probably forget.
Yeah.
I will get it for you. I promise. Oh, which one? Which one? Which one? How about this one? This one's really pretty. They're all pretty, but... And then I want to patch up this one here. I want to go all the way to here. And we had reached that side. So I'm just going to do a little corner here. And it's fun to match them, by the way. Mix and match them. I love doing that in my projects. See that? It went from a zigzag to like this fancy one now. Oh, bye, Kat. You're leaving us. Have a good night. Thank you so much for playing. I'm glad you had fun. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up. By the way, I really appreciate it.
I'm back for a couple minutes.
Cool. Please make sure that if you're enjoying this, that you go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Once again, it helps the channel to grow, which allows us to bring even more techniques.
I'll be back later. Gotta go make dinner.
No worries. We won't be here much longer, but you are welcome to come on back. Let's stitch right down here. We're going to cover that.
Tell your grandson I said hi.
And that. Madison says hi. Oops. I just got over my fingers.
No, not me. Michelle's leaving. Cat says.
Oh, Rochelle's leaving. Got it. Bye, Rochelle. Hurry back if you can after dinner.
She's gonna give you a thumbs up earlier.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Anywhere else? We could keep going all night, stitching and stitching and stitching, but I think we're good. I think that looks really, really nice. Do you guys see that? So pretty. So stinking pretty. Maybe down here. One more stitch. One more. And we are done. Well, we're done with the stitching. And now we're going to adhere our... Ooh, this one. Wait, which of the two? That's a tough one. This one. I like them all. I want to use them all. It's like Pokemon. Got to have them all. Yeah. In this case, because I know I'm messy, I'm going to put a sticky here. It's not going to reach, but I still don't want to make a boo-boo. We're going to pick it up from there to here. And then we're just going to patch up that little bit at the end. If it doesn't reach, you can always come back in and add some more. Voila. Cool. That looks so nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and clean that up, put it away, and let's continue. Now we can adhere our ephemera bits, and we will be done. So today, again, we focus on a very basic concept of masterboards. I do hope that for those of you who have never done one, found it easy enough to follow. For those of you who had in the past, hopefully either that you got to play along or that you learned some new inspirations or ideas or process or thoughts or techniques. Also, of course, that you had fun. Above all, that you had fun and that you enjoyed your supplies, because that's why we get them, right? so that we can enjoy them. So I hope that you broke out, especially all that. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm sure if you guys are like us, you have so many scraps laying around everywhere. Maybe bits and pieces of collections left, maybe little bits of rub-ons, or maybe even ephemera from past classes or projects that you've done. And now you've found a new way of using them and making something that you can most certainly use again and again and again. And then, of course, that you are ready to continue to work with us next week and for the rest of the month. There'll be 4 weeks total of masterboards. Where did this come from? Here, I think. 4 weeks of masterboards where we are just going to go through. Let's move it that way. What? You what? What'd you do? I don't know. Where you're going to continue to work with us and create even more masterboards. So if you work with us every single week, you will have 4 different masterboards to use, and more importantly, to refer back to, and hopefully be inspired to create even more, right? To create others to use for all of your cool makes.
Masterboards are so
satisfying. Yes, they are.
No, they have scraps.
Oh, sure. No, we don't have any scraps. Of course not. Never.
Yeah.
We just, we could probably wallpaper the entire house with our scraps, couldn't we, Nettie? I know you're all.
You guys post in the group. I like to see them.
Yes. By all means, share them. And you know what? If you are okay with folks using them, then that's even better. Yes, make sure you let us know. Hey, free to use. You want to print it and use it. Because wouldn't that be fun if we all share in the Facebook group and then we all end up with I don't know, 10, 20, I don't know how many different masterboards. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be fun. And again, why? Because everybody has a different style. Yours is not going to look anything like mine. Mine is not going to look anything like yours. We all have different supplies, different scraps, different ideas, different themes. Like I said, you can do them Christmas, Halloween, fall, Mother's Day, nautical.
My kids think I can do that.
You can do what? Oh, that you can wallpaper? Of course, we all can. Let's face it. Yay, perfect. Yes, thank you, Wendy. Can't wait. I love that. I'm going to definitely scan mine and share mine. And again, you guys can, once you cut them up, you will be able to add your own touches as well. So definitely post yours if you feel like sharing. We'd love that. What else is not glued down, guys? I've forgotten. Exactly. How boring would it be if we were all the same, I mean, I would love, and maybe next week, I would love a super colorful one, this one's kind of neutral, which is great because, it goes with a lot of things, but it'd be so cool to have a super, I don't know, colorful one. Maybe next week. Who knows? I never have anything planned, guys. We go with the flow. So you're going to have to tune in and see what shows up. You know what? I'm going to put this off the page. Do I like it full? No, I like it half or 3/4. 3/4. And then I'll snip that off. So yeah, it'd be cool to see. Kim Southpaw Studios made a really beautiful one. It was so pretty that I had to ask her to send me, and she did. She actually printed and sent me hers, and it's gorgeous. I don't think you posted it in the group, did you, Kim? She did hers, if I remember correctly, you correct me if I'm wrong, solely out of washi. Just washi tapes. And there's a perfect example. How many of us have beautiful washies, and we're just hoarding them. We're just sitting there. They're just sitting there, just cuz. I'm not sure why. Madison has drawers full of washi. I love washi, but I don't use it a lot. Madison, on the other hand, collects it. I'm not gonna say she uses it. I'm gonna say she collects it. And yeah, so we have drawers full of washi. So wouldn't it be fun to just have a bunch of washi and just sit there while you're watching TV?
Yes, it was all just washi tape.
See, that's what I thought. I was not sure. You know what?
Good night,
This is going to
Annette.
go this way. Good night, Annette.
Thank you for posting the progress on Instagram.
Perfect. Thank you, Annette. Make sure you tag me. I know you tagged me the last time. That was awesome because I got to not only but I got to follow you. I wasn't following you. I was like, what? Yeah. I'm not following Annette. Come on. So I got to follow you. Okay. What else is not glued down on here, guys? Am I missing anything I didn't glue? Where was this? I don't know. I'm going to put it right there because right there sounds good to me. Let's shake it. Nope, it's all glued. Awesome. Okay, so we have gone through all 4 layers. Again, don't forget layer number 1, and you can rewatch this if you like. Layer number 1 was the large base pieces. Layer number 2 was the bye, Christy. Oh, I know. Got to make that money. Layer number 2 was the medium pieces in different widths, sizes. Layer number 3 were the smaller pieces, things like ribbon, washi, skinnier pieces of scrap. Layer number 4 were the little details like buttons, ephemera, little things, maybe fancy trims, pieces. Of course, the faux stitching. And now we have oh, look, we lost one. What was this?
I don't know if I'm getting up or going to bed, Nanny says.
Oh my goodness. Have you been napping? Lucky girls that can nap. I can't nap. I can never nap. Nap. Oh my gosh. In school, I remember being so mad. Because, they make you nap in kindergarten. And I was like, I can't nap. I will get up and be sick. And they didn't believe me until I would throw up. I can't nap. No, that looks not good. We're going to go this way.
She takes a nap and then she gets up with a headache.
I do. Okay, now I think everything is on now for sure. Okay. All righty then. All right. Any questions for me, guys? Anything that you guys would like to ask? Again, you can, if you were late, no worries. You can always go ahead and replay, and then come back and play it at your own time. At your own speed. You can pause anytime you like. I will again be posting this into the Facebook group, so make sure that you guys post yours as well. If you are going to make it so that folks can use them, please let us know that we have permission to use yours, because that's going to be fun to see all kinds of fun makes as well, right?
See, Ori says I can't nap either unless I'm sick.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to be like COVID sick for me to nap. That's the only way. I just stay knocked out in bed, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm out. The flu will do that. All righty. So once again,
thank you.
Thank you so much. I am going to see you all on Friday. Don't forget, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back for our embossing powder techniques. So break out your embossing powders and come on back. Once again, for next Tuesday for Masterboards, I will post the supplies ahead of time in the event, so you guys can gather up your supplies and play with us in yet a totally different way of making masterboards.
Nettie says, I'm beautiful, learn new things. Thank you, baby.
You are most welcome, Nettie. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate you and I appreciate the feedback,
Kat says,
guys.
thank you, Maddie. This was fun.
Oh, I'm glad you had fun. The fun will continue on Friday and again every Friday
Tuesday.
and every Tuesday for the rest of the month. All right. I will see
Bye.
you all later. Bye. Oh, don't forget Sunday, class in the academy.
What is it?
Gather your stuff.
Tell them what is it.
Ah, who knows out there what class we're having on Sunday?
Guess what class it is?
No cheating. Does anybody know?
Everyone's
I know they know. I know they know.
What do you know?
Because a lot of them have been prepping for it already, getting their supplies. I know they
What
know.
is it? Diki has a hand.
What are we making?
Tags.
That's right. Exactly. Yep, exactly.
Hi,
So,
Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
hey, Lisa. That's right. We're doing the tags bonanza where we're making 24 to 48 tags. Okay. It's going to be a two-parter. The second part will be a Mother's Day for those of you who can join us. Again, we had done a poll in the Facebook group and asked who can join on Mother's Day. And the majority of you said, I will be available. For those of you who are not available, no sweats. Number one, you're going to have the full PDF that you can work on at your own time. Number two, you're going to also be able to rewatch and replay that video at any point, anytime, a year from now, if you like, and continue to work on your tags. Connie, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us. Appreciate also the comment. So, yes, thank you guys. Have a great night. I will see you on Friday. Bye.